take you over now to Chessington in southwest London. The zoo is celebrating after the birth of 3 endangered big cats. The Asiatic lion cubs have made their first steps into the open this morning. Eleanor Cunningham has been there, awaiting their arrival. They're out. It's frosty. I bet they're cold.
It is quite cold, but that doesn't seem to be putting them off at all. Now, you'll have to excuse me if in this report I get a bit squeaky because I am so excited about these little lion cubs. These are Asiatic lions and they're incredibly endangered, so this is a real big win for Chessington here. Now, they obviously take a lot of care and attention, and I'm here with Michael, who is the carnivore supervisor here at the zoo. Now, thanks for joining us. So, firstly, Christmas has come early for you.
It has indeed. As you can see behind me, we have 3 very cute, fluffy Asiatic lion cubs. They were born on the 19th of September, so they're actually just over 10 weeks old. So, but still, lots of fun, as you can see, running around, loving life, even in this weather, actually, at this time.
So it is quite chilly here today, but these are native to places like India and other places in Asia. So how do they manage with the cold here?
That's true. They do come from a warmer climate, but obviously they have never been there. They've been born in captivity, especially like their father Kamal, who came from a zoo in Canada where temperatures got to -50 and he had to spend a lot of time in a nice big indoor enclosure. But for the cubs, the cold doesn't slow them down at all, as you can see, running around loving life, even in this weather.
So how important is it that Chessington have got these 3 little cubs?
It's very important. Unfortunately, Asiatic lions are classed as endangered, and they estimate there's roughly just over 500 of them left in the wild, so not many at all. And the way we can help is by breeding these guys in captivity. It doesn't happen too often with Asiatic lions. There's been a few other zoos, not in the last 5 years or so, that have bred them a couple of times, and it's the first time for us here at Chessington in the last 11 years, actually.
Now, these guys are only 2 months old, so what sort of care and attention do they need?
Well, at the moment, not too much from us. It's all down to their mum. The dad doesn't get involved too much. He actually stays quite away from them because he gets told off by the mum. But for us, it's just to make sure that the mum is getting enough food so she can actually produce enough milk for them so they're getting enough food for themselves. But as you can see, they are pretty fat and healthy, so she's doing a perfect job.
And when it comes to these 3 little ones, this arrival especially is quite unusual, isn't it, for these lions?
Yes, it is quite unusual, especially for a first-time mum. Rani, this is the first time she's had cubs. Normally a first-time mum would expect her to maybe have 1, possibly 2 cubs, but to have 3 and to have 3 females, yeah, it's pretty special for us.
Great stuff. Well, thank you very much for talking to us this morning, Michael. Now, we're going to be here for the rest of the morning, speaking to another couple of zookeepers and getting a bit close to these little lovely cubs. And there is a competition that's going out later this month for naming these cubs, so everyone can get involved in their journey.